Sbudasquad khopela le ba support ba re ba ira podcast ngwe bana ba bolela maga mo yona mara o dira le selo wa oh
Popo, now you know what it is. It's your boy Focus King. I'm right here with my boy Stabilization. We are back in the game, back with the bangers, back like never gone, back and for. Yeah, man, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for choosing us. You know what it is. If you choose us, we choose you too. Because, you know, yeah, man, it's the same love that we return. So, yeah, man, we've been here. We've been doing this. We've had a lot of guests. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for sharing your piece. This archive. Remember, if you're recording your history, nobody will take it from you. You're certified, whatever artist that you regard yourself as. So yeah, man, just share your story with us and let the viewers know you, know the best that you are, know who you are, out of your own perspective, without anyone coloring or painting you with their brushes. So yeah, man, we are back again at it. Say, Buddha.
Skip on jams.
How
are you? Hope you're good. We missed you a lot. And I'd like to say, from now on, we're back again, and we're pushing those things, we're pushing them topics, pushing them, you guys, name, more guests, more of Sbudasquad, more of content. We're still working on that, trying to find the content for my social media, and yeah, more to reading of it. Let's read books. Let's
and
engage.
on the what was the date? On the 24th or 23rd of April was the World Books Day. On that day we're celebrating whatever book that was published, and it was the day where we're supposed to share our books that we have, because you know, in a library you might have like those books that you read once and again, and you feel like, now I'm done, and know the story, the background, and know the biography, and know the author, just satisfied about reading. And then for the whole month, you can just donate that book that you have to anyone that you think they love reading, or to anyone that you want to introduce into the space of reading, you understand, to add for them to add on to their, for care, to add on to whatever, research that they own, to the experience and experiment that they're about to do, whatever, man, to self-improvement, discovery, those things. So yeah, it's a World Book Month. I think we are celebrating this one. To all readers, shout out, man, keep on equipping yourself. This is not for the ones in media, the way you understand the stand, but it is to increase for you to get equipped enough to have like good reasoning skills to yourself and to face reality as according. Understand? Yeah, man, than illusions. So yeah, we are back again. There are a lot of things that are that are happening in the streets. There are a lot of things, man, that are happening to us as individuals. And we are just people of experiment, each and every time when we grow, we experiment ourselves, the world, the environment, or whatever. So yeah, with that saying, in your whole life.
I think from my side, the first thing I would like to start with is, hey, shout out to Mr. Trapaholic for for qualifying to perform at Cotton Fest.
It's not a child's play.
Shout out. And I think there's a post I think I saw on Facebook. I'm not quite sure what it says, but I think Gangsta is also about to do something.
Yeah, Gangsta has been, I think, invited to come to Mesh Beats. Event to perform there. So I think he was shortlisted, or he is. And yeah, man, shout out to.
We'll come back with
shout out to them, man. Shout out for making big moves, as PTA. And man, apologies to Sbudasquad, couldn't attend the ones for Ecoton Fest. We
Yeah.
invited to go, with them, and we couldn't because of just caught us off guard, and we were busy on some other projects. But yeah, man, it's more love, it's more everything. We will keep on showing up. We will keep on showing love.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
that's all we about,
Yeah.
So
and,
man.
And also, we didn't give feedback on Gangsters event. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
We actually met new people. It was nice. It was a great event. And shout out to Gangster.
Yeah.
We ask guys.
International.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. And shout out to everyone who also came here. Even Sydney.
He's making big moves.
Yeah, also, I think he had a meeting with some...
Saw him on a flight.
Yeah.
And again, man, I really love people who put their stories on documents,
Yeah.
Who put their thoughts on documents, for people who love reading, for people who just love indulging themselves with, with information. The book that he wrote now, it's about, getting a focus from the trenches, but I forgot the real name of the book. You know me with the titles and whatsoever, I'm so bad. But then, the concept of the book, man, it's all what black people suffer from, getting the focus from where you are right now, to establishing yourself to a right brand or a rightful persona of that, like, you believe in, or that you see or envision, and executing from the darkness to out of the tunnel to the light, So yeah, man, shout out to him. At first he taught us about the being a brand, who you are. So that's obvious, that's good for us, that's good for people who just love evolving, for people who don't like being stagnant in life. So yeah, man, I just wish, like, you the best. He's been nominated in other books, the piece that he wrote, or his books, like international. Man, shout out to him, man. So yeah.
So
Other thing that I'd like to encourage or to boost, this market, man, it's not full, each and every market. You have to just get up and put your thought right straight into the action plan. There's no time to sleep. The world has been opened. The Abo Trapper has opened the channels for the upcoming Your Gangsters. Now it's Sydney on the Department of Publishing. So what I would like to say with all that, just wake up, man, and do what you gotta do, and be the example, man, so that we put all these things. Shout out to Sizwe 19 for accumulating 1 million streams on all platforms. He's been doing the most. It's been the trend of Mamelodi now. Has opened up the channels, man. Yeah, it can be shout out to Tado for making big moves on the camera, photographing, videographing side. He's opening our channels now on the other side. So man, shout out to everyone. As today we posted on the social media that we are about that, man. We are about people who are thriving, who are working, who are feeling their meeting their vision, seeing it, putting it into action. That's all we are about. We are about people who are moving, you understand? Because at this point of time, I don't think there is a train that can move without without motion. There is nothing that can move. If it's in a static form. So just be yourself, be elastic, go there, read, learn, and do what's best for you, man. We're wishing you all luck. And this platform is all about those people who are about that, who are about life at large, who are about seeing things that people don't see, and actually just putting them out there. And yeah, man, thank you so much.
And also, shout out to Charlie the Champ for the one-man show that he put together. It was a successful one, and if you can check, Joe, a lot of if I think ever since you've been in this platform, we've realized with like people are moving, people are actually doing something out there. We even discovered that people like there's someone kinda like us who does star soft, but in fabric soft but in fabric softener from scratch, and hoping with them so that we can have a chat with them and actually, and shout out to Abu Batin. Abu Taviso, the Biltong 8 sponsors it. Can't be forgiven.
The big five.
The big we love day 5.
We love day 5. It's TNG Biltong.
TNG
Yeah,
Biltong.
man.
Shout out to also them for
collaboration with them. Yeah, man, we're doing nice. And again, this has to be a shot that we have to put out there.
Yeah.
Guys, you know, this platform, it's all about, you know, boosting ourselves, learning. Remember at first I told you with it, this is about where we teach and where we learn.
Sure.
So it's very imperative for a black person afunde with a platform, because this is where we put you and make you meet people that you have never met before, and meet our skills that may be in your same, you understand, meeting alignment of whatever thing that you wanna do. This platform is for you to learn from people that think like you, to learn from people, you know. This is Sbudasquad. You gotta be like in the squad to understand with it. I have people who are like this, because we don't meet this nowadays. This platform is for people because we don't meet in gatherings, and when we meet, it's always about the groove. It's always about meeting, just enjoy being out there. So this platform is about networking, looking for people who can work with you, looking for people who you can see as your mentors, to follow people who are in the right direction, than to follow people like that you just see without having actually to understand what they are all about or know them in that depth. You understand? Because each and every one is characterized like differently outside there. Some people, they see you as that guy. Some people, they see me as that guy. So when you are here, you express yourself to the fullest. And again, I really appreciate people that came in here and did not get into getting temptation to do a public stance. They just became themselves. The public figures that we need as the youngings that are up and coming, you understand? So that other brands that are bigger would love us. That I always say with it, it's easy to do a PR stand, but it's very difficult for you to get up there if you are still up and coming. You understand? For some of us, the businesses that we are doing, they don't allow our image to just get rotten. So coming up with different people on this platform is for us to really know with what's that it's good for us. How can we build a brand? Just like Sydney, he wrote a book about developing yourself as a brand, becoming the brand as you, how to maneuver in that space, that business. We have people about the business. So, man, it's all about that here, man. Growth as an individually, or you have us, Sbudasquad, on the Sundays, where we give you just anything, where we learn. When we do those things. So yeah, man, shout out to people who are just themselves coming up here. Shout out to Tembali Dwaba for the art space. He just doing pretty good job when it comes to the poet life, resurrecting poetry in this especially universe, because it is not celebrated much. Man, we can give shout-outs until the end of the episode, but let me reintroduce ourselves. We are Sbudasquad. We are back again. Back. We just like to thank you again for being with us, chatting with us. Remember, if you choose us, we choose you. We become a family and a squad. Excellent.
Yeah.
Man,
that was a nice one. One. I think it's a beautiful comeback.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful comeback.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll keep on showing up.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do.
Yeah.
We keep on showing up.
And there is a big project, man.
Yeah.
I think it's not that early to announce, but it's too early to announce. You understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
man, just keep on being here. You will see, man. We are here to learn, not to play, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let us just stop and start with our daily job.
Yeah, and shout out to Mamelodi Sundowns for actually making it.
We are on to the finals.
Yeah, and hopefully, but I saw as if he come back but Orlando Pirates, because we are shooting while it's still playing, so not sure. So we don't have anything to. But shout out to Pirates for trying.
Figure go massive.
Yeah, fine. Panama Chiefs. Mara, peace out, my cheese. Cozy life. Yeah, what's but team, what triggered you, numbers? Like what's that you spoke about during the week with someone, which when you have that conversation you're like, this.
There's a lot. Hey Joe, me, I have a friend of mine, but he's my boss at the same time.
Yeah.
It's Buddha. Sbuda is
Masilela.
Yeah, it's Masilela. Man, he has wise words, you understand, and he's been telling me, about we spoke about the nature thing, what happened this week first before I can. I was on the inside the taxi, and I was like, yo, there's a rain, man, outside, and I love rain, so it was just drizzling. I was like, I had to waiting here like it's funny, but I before. I was like 1 kilometer away. It's 30 minutes, ne? 1 kilometer. Yeah. I was on my calculation. They will calculate. I was 30 minutes away from Lanspanako, and I was like, no, I think and just take a walk, feel the breeze of the nature.
Oh, you're Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was an hour earlier. So with me embarking from that station, then I became 30 minutes earlier.
Sure.
Yeah. So I was like, no, let me embark here and just take a walk. Take a smart walk, relax, Yeah, man. Then I took a walk, just looked at the life, how appreciating the nature, feeling a breeze like mvula and water, seeing houses. I think getting inspired by those small things, the trees, and it was like beautiful, man. And when I get to Espani, got there, and then life began. People asked me, Echo, why Muamba ngenyawo? What happened? I was like, I was just taking a walk, So that's what happened. And I think somehow, we should just get off our, daily routine and create a routine out of a routine. Because as much as like work as shadowed us, we forget taking our walks, refreshing our minds, becoming new, So I was like that in
flu.
No, I'm saying like life in general. Anything that you get inspired. Me, it's a walk, and I love it strictly when there is rain, because I feel like whatever thing that I feel, and then it refreshes me. So if you love jogging, you can wake up before you're spanning, take a jog. Then you come back, you're fresh again. If you love music, make sure before you walk out, you play those, tough songs. But that, get you straight to the mood. If you love coffee, make sure you make a jug. I understand, 100% caffeine. Then you drink that. That makes you like your life to be your life. I understand. Don't just be caught up in a routine. If you love reading, make sure you read 10 pages. That time that you get off work, you use them. Yeah. So that was part of my practice that I love. So when I had got into your mind in this week, whatever conversation, whatever thing that you have done that made you to feel whatever.
This week, Joe, I was calm this week. I was calm, and I was enjoying I was actually doing a lot of
introspection.
Yeah, so I was doing a lot of that. Then I discovered that's how I figured out. I did not figure it out, but I already knew it. But I started doing it where like I did the SWOT analysis of myself, where what is it that I'm bad at? What is it that I do good? What is it that I'm lazy to do or something? Things like that in general. Then that's why like, oh, okay. So I was just doing that, and I realized, I thought I was doing pretty good, but when I realized with I was doing too good in other things than actually focusing on making sure that I live my life to the fullest. Because like at first I used to live like kanjani. I used to do things as in Jawlisa with pen. Now I do things because maybe I have to do them, not with his Jawlis or something. So I'm like, okay, so I'm trying to do things as in with Tokisha. This is something I'd love. Even like going into like business, because I think a lot of businesses with his Ziwe or Zinga Proceed, that's where it came from. Like Zinga Proceed, it's because of we in it for Izaka, we in it for different reasons. But if it's something that actually Nyana you kinda enjoy doing, you actually, even if there's no huge reward from it, but that smaller Nyana reward keeps you going. So that's what I've discovered with a lot of times I'm doing, like for instance Spanish channel. It's a job that I know with he. It's not something I would love to do forever, but it's something I'm starting to enjoy now, regardless of the reward. Because it's in Spanish stall. So but I'm starting to enjoy the interaction with like my customers, because there's this other timer around that. We always talk about Pirates and Chiefs. We always talk about how was work. I'm told how is work. Then Guna Tais Grizomo, should always say, you come here, please assist me with something. Then I get to interact now, which is something I always enjoyed, but because of I thought like the environment in Zangasas enjoy. So I've realized most of the time we focus more on the environment instead of growing up. Like where there's trash, but they become something way too beautiful because I was focusing on the environment. So that was my discovery this week. With most of the time it's because of you're focused on the environment. With I don't like la cause I don't like because of this and there's crime. Instead of focusing on let me become a better person, it's either I move from that environment that I'm in to a better environment, or I just grow and try to make the environment that I'm in comfortable for me. So that was a discovery for me. So that's why I've realized a lot of times coolly or his complaint is because of we focused on the trashy environment instead of focusing on the actual growth of the actual beauty of it. Because if you can check a tree, which is something we call death. You find every trash inside there. Plastic, but a beautiful tree a beautiful flower comes out of that, and it stays brighter than the environment.
Yeah, there's a saying that I said vandag ukuthi, a bigger motive to a perfect or a change of life or perception or whatever context you may put to a destination, to a precious life, to you're just longing person, or understand?
Sure.
You evolving. I was like, brother, is one thing that a person wouldn't do.
Sure.
You understand? To get to where they are. That thing is to hate themselves.
Sure.
You won't hate yourself to get better.
Sure.
You understand? But instead you'll want to be pointing fingers. You understand? You'll want to keep people accountable of your own actions.
Sure.
And your own life without you owning up to yourself.
Sure.
So I was like, even you, so I'm gonna put it like into two dimensions, because I just love making examples accommodate thina sonke ngeperspective esicabanga ngayo. If I accommodate, so you have girls, they have standards, them giving them the standards. I need to like to say with when I was broke, that's why. You know what? They hated them being broke, and then they added a tag to say, from now, anyone who's gonna come closer to me will be paying this price.
Yeah.
It's not because of they hated themselves, and then they set a boundary and a standard. So you as a Mjita, you're thinking, I hate this place. I hate this. What about you? Why are you still in here? Why are you not changing? It's the same thing that you're talking about. I'm bringing it in a different perspective. Understand? So start hating yourself to say, if I say I can't be here, then I must do something that will shift me here. If I hate it that much, because once you put hate into anything, you will shift. If you don't like a person of a color, you will shift from them. You will make sure if it's not because of my choice. It might be a business purpose. It might be that and that shopping centers. It might be because of it. We are using the same toilet in public toilets, but I wouldn't see myself spending a day staying for my own free time there. So it all starts in hating yourself.
I think hate, it's a huge name, weird.
That's why I say hate. Because if you hate something, you don't want to see yourself doing it. That gives you the whole responsibility, the whole curve from whatever. If you hate yourself from that moment, you want to see yourself better, then you will discipline yourself to a better life. That's why I'm that person who does not tolerate that uncomfortability. Whatever word I'm gonna use, even that's why, okay, let me make you an example. That's why I say, right now you wanna shift, let me just justify word hate. Let me say now, you wanna be loved. I'll use that. I don't know if it will work or what. You wanna be loved, and then people don't love you. And then you figure out a same pattern repeatedly. With this thing is the thing that make people not to love me. Once you hate that thing, you will change to a person that you wanna become. You understand? So that you can be loved. That's what you desire. And then when you hate, there is no time to pamper yourself. There's no time. That's the reality. The second one. You're at the place where they hate you. And the only option is for you to leave. that's the only option, what are you gonna do?
I'll take that option.
So that's why I use hate, because it's stronger and it shifts you. Like, if you have been in a place they hated you for so long, you staying there for so long, it was you pampering yourself. I need to say, with I'm having a hope of change. Ne? That thing, it happens, like, to me, it happens unaware and unconsciously. But once you realize, man, here I've been treated badly for so long, and then you start hating that, it shifts you immediately. But once you start pampering yourself from that, after it had happened a long time ago, it's still, you are still being revolving in the same circle. Young man.
But still, the hate, man, the hate. Because, like, sometimes there are a lot of, yes, why need hate? Maybe it's a tough word. Because there are a lot of things that you hate that probably you can never change. Like, for instance, you might hate your hands. You can't change your hands, but you hate them. And you only work hard because you use them. So that's why I'm like, okay, you can hate something, but
here, Pella, we are talking about something you can change. So even if you hate a place, but you can't change a place. But unless whatever, so that's why I need to now with regards to a concept of kuluma has to be like a same topic. Because right now, if I say love, you can still love something, but still that thing cannot love you back.
Facts.
But you can hate something, and that something, it can love you. To say you hate it does not mean you can change. But here we are talking about something that you can change.
Okay, let's like let's bring it back then. But when you say something that you hate, like you said, girls, they say they hate being broke, so that whoever comes in their life has to have money or anything that
they change that.
Yeah. So what's the concept? What are you saying?
I'm saying I need to have been treated. That's why I made a lot of examples. They are just one in line.
Sure.
Now you hate yourself for doing a certain thing, maybe drinking, whatever habit that you have. That thing, when you put an element of hate or that word hate, it makes that process to shift as if like there is someone that's pushing you. You understand? That speed, it's so fast that you put yourself in a cage where you don't have a choice. You understand? But if you put like a love and compassion, whatever, it'll be the same results, but they will take time. Young mom, in that long period of you smoking, 15 years, and you still learn to learn to not smoke again, you still pampering yourself, it can take another 15 years, of which is 30 years. But if you hate the fact that you were smoking for 30 years and you feel like your lungs, that's the hate word I'm talking about.
But the thing is, for instance, you can hate.
Okay, sharp. Let's just make it quick and fast. Remove that word. I remove that word hate. What's that are you replacing with?
That's why I need. Maybe I will. Are you talking with him? When you hate something, it's easier for you to remove yourself.
For me, yeah, because that's the strong word that can make you do something in immediate effect.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying you are using the same toilet as a white person, you hate them. It's because of it's a public toilet that you cannot change. It's not your choice. That's why I use that example. Young mom,
okay.
you are being in the same store buying a grocery, you are with them, that you cannot change.
Sure.
But if you were given a choice to spend your day or to live your life, you would choose a place where there is full of black people. So in your life and its circulation, maybe in your routine, it does not evolve to where white people are because of what you hate them. So each and everything that you do, it does not mean you can change the fact that it exists, but you can change your life not to depend on it. You can hate and love, you understand? But it does not mean you will change the thing with it will exist forever. If you love a person, does not mean they will be there forever. You understand? If you love this thing, it does not mean it will be here forever. And if I hate it, it does not mean it will vanish.
Fact.
So that is just the word I am using. You understand? For the process to be immediate. Because if I keep on pampering, I'll keep on seeing this thing. But right now, if I hate it and it has been here for a long time, I have so many reasons for me to just ban it. You understand? That I've collected from since I've seen about this book. But now I've made a decision with it. It has never benefited me in no way. Let me just ban it. That's the hate. But if I say, let it just stay a while, it does not change anything in that form. You understand? So that hate, it just needing help you to deal with things very fast. It's just like the song that I love making, and it's like the line here is to see, man, you should hate yourself. You should hate yourself. Look into a mirror, nigga, hate yourself. You understand? It's because of, like, when you look yourself into the mirror, there are decisions that you made and you are not proud of. For you to change them, it's for you to hate yourself. You hate those things, literally. So it's you who took those decisions. It's me that I have to hate. You understand? You can't hate the decisions that you made. Right. Yeah. So yeah, even with the song Yagas Java Mava, Ngazbuge Ngazonda, Ngati Wo Moshimpilo Yama, Ngazkomba. You understand? Because I'm the one, Joe. Yeah, so that's why I'm using the word hate. Because it's not a thing with it strong. It's strong, yes, to make that thing go away. It's like Muntumara Pete in Clock, but I put it to your mapana. It's like our 4.
Yeah, you're fire. Finally, chronic disease.
So those things like knitting, they help you like to grow in a way you mature. You understand already? Because you know why I make examples with those kind of things. A mother nature can choose what can happen to you or any day. People were not prepared for a rain.
For anything.
You understand? Yeah. So if a mother nature now can say let it be like a rainy, or God decide to let it be rain like a KZN, and baby could do lizindlu. Angamuntu oyothi ay mina ngisakhi indlu because of what if this rain comes again. Uyochubeka imvula mase qeda usuka bayenze bakhe futhi. So is that the thing with
strong?
Yeah, so it's always like that. So you have to set getting those kind of worst scenarios for you to get better in life. What if just like J. Colas will I stuck in this hood like forever if I keep on living this way? Immediately that thing, it kicks into his brain to say, hey Baba, I gotta wake up. I understand. So yeah.
So there's someone, yeah, or sekazi or a J or pila in life angazi ukuthi like ongazi ukuthi ophila. There's someone who lives a life, ne? And in that life he keeps on doing certain things, and at some point he's not getting to a point where he wants to, ne? But he wants to change that perspective of life. Let's say it's someone at the shack somewhere, he hates that environment. And then this, but black people usually say, he went to school and look at this girl, I use pan somewhere. But still, the money he gets doesn't afford but he doesn't know with him a wrong a routine. How can you dictate with okay, sharp? Okay, the actual thing that I'm doing wrong, it's this. So I need to move away from that.
To dictate is introspection. Your daily life, whatever that you are doing, that's all I can say. You have to check with you what that makes you gain, because the only way to move
out, for instance, you know it, guys, for the fact that we are span people, whether I was spanner, it doesn't mean, let me not name drop, but for the fact that we are span, a lot of parents would use you as a reference. You wana kamang omana Sbuda was span cherry sharp. Was cherry sharp. But you know this is the place that I don't wanna be at. But the money that you're getting or the means that you have, they can
that's a
sustain.
Financial problem. Me, I'm not a financial advice. You can do a lot of things. You just have to extend your income to come passively. That's a financial situation. To get out of that place, you need a man.
But when you said, in your words, you said someone to change the environment, they need to hate that environment.
No, you can't. You can't change the environment.
Yeah, what if it's the environment that I hate? Yeah.
Then you have to change it in your way.
Yeah, that's why I need to. How do you dictate to change as a human being? Because sometimes I wonder, for instance, it's a good example. Okay, if I'm drinking, I know if I'm drinking, if I hate alcohol, I just stop going to the club where they sell or liquor stores and stuff.
You hate it.
Yeah, I hate it. Sharp. I hate this environment. But I don't have.
You have to make money. I need to hate it. If you wanna change it, if you hate the way it looks, you change the way it looks for it to be better. Ufuna ube blue ngapha, you buy your ED lights. Yeah, like it depends. That's what I'm saying with him. If you wanna move out, like from the hood, gotta make money. You gotta hate your financial routine. You gotta know with okay, this money is not much. Let me just venture into the things that I think will make me money. You have skills, you have habits that you're doing can make you money. You have whatever Joe. Yeah, that can make you money, because that's the only thing that will get you out of the hood. Otherwise, mentally a rich aunt. Understand?
Wrong advice.
So a lot of times, like these things, like if they get into your mind for a long time, you somehow find a solution.
Okay, good one. I hate the hood. I have the skills. Maybe I have a skill of writing. And I've been writing and I've been doing it for about 15 years. But still there's nothing that is happening. But I hate the hood. I hate the lifestyle. Not the lifestyle, but I love everything that I'm doing. But I just hate the hood. Yeah. But I can't afford to stay at town or at the Babs. How do I change? Because maybe
still it's money. How can you change? It's either you're gonna love where you are, you change where you are, maybe change whatever place. There's no way. You need money. Yeah, because you going to town, and you can't afford to go to town. What's that you need? You need money. So now you gotta venture into like business. that's why I say you gotta check on your skills now. Introspection, I mean, daily life. You see, with man, niso man ya flop, young mom. This one I can change. That's the only part I can change about me to make another income, another income. Then you learn. You're gonna fail. But as more as you extend, as more as you experience and experiment, the much equipped you get information, experience, like it leads to one point. That's why, like, as people, we might not know what we are here for, but the more we experiment and experience, it gives us like that source of purpose to say with man, no, this is what I'm good at actually. Because when I was young, I was doing this, and this is relatable to this. This is relatable. Umuntu uqale agijima, waqala ukugijima, wabona umuntu ugijima akasakuthandi, waqala sothatha ibhola, wadlala ibhola. Now they playing soccer and they be like, at first I was running, then they grew, find out with man, running is not my thing. Then they went straight into rugby, because now maybe they're getting bigger, and then they found out with man, even rugby it's not my thing. They ventured into business. What's that do you like? What are your skills? I just love soccer, I love sports. Okay, become a coach. They become a coach. Now they're owning their team in whatever sphere. So that's how we grow as people. We grow up, we grow with our experiments, and then we figure out the purpose. You understand? You can grow loving a business, and when you grow up, you are an actor now. We have other actors that have their own businesses, not because of they love acting. It's because of they sustaining their businesses with the money that they get. So you venturing into a lot of things, it helps you, and you gotta do it like at your early 20s. That one they always advises you to do it on your early 20s. Try so much, get equipped, and be serious about life. You understand? Whenever you get into those things, equip, don't play. You understand? You can play, however, you can spend the youth days, whatever. But whenever it gets to something that will sustain you even into the future, make sure you get equipped so much, and you must know there you have to shine. So these things, when they link up, they make the whole of you in that age to say, I'm here because of the story that you are building. That's why you have to build up a story. We have a lot of rappers who said like they grew up being poets. The writers, they became writers because of the backgrounds. You understand? We have people who own businesses because of the work woman retails. You understand? So it's all about effort or put after a thought. Because you can think, and then that becomes an illusion. But once you hate that, you start now putting an effort, and that's why I put in a system. With the system, when they say wake up and go make money, and then a company ends 1 million, you're gonna celebrate. Because you think, yeah, man, those days that I woke up, damn, I gotta celebrate this. But the reality is, it's not your business. So the same mindset, put it on your business. You fail, a company back to that's your business. You gotta, young man. So create a system where you hate yourself. Who's to if business young man, the reality is they can say, yeah, be patient, but that patient, it's not nice. It's not. The thing that makes you fail, and the way you react, it grows like naturally. I hate failing, so now I gotta change my routines, my habits, so that answers 2 gigs. I have to do better, and I mature that way. That's why I use the word hate, because if people love themselves, brother, they end up being where they are. I even made an example. You understand? If they love themselves so much to that extent, no matter they get bullied. Media, they still become confident about their body. You understand?
You know that you have to afford that body.
You understand? Like they hate you, and then still become confident. how are you getting bullied with something that you love? If someone comes to me and say, "Echo when won't deal it, Jagna flop, I like him, yeah, first time I did it." This thing even in public, you understand? So yeah, this I'm talking about like a mentality, your comfortability, the mentality, your go in a reality state. If you hate it, change it and work like for that thing like every day. Joe, me, if you succumb to things, succumb to a situation, succumb to thoughts that say that you can't make it, that means you are decreasing the chances of you growing or becoming what you think you are. This thing starts from believing. You understand? So hating whatever things that you think they cannot make you the person that you wanna become. It's the best method ever. Thinking of the worst scenarios, young mom, is the best. Even Sydney came here and told us the thing that he used. It's a reminder to whenever you wake up in the morning to say, I don't wanna go back into this place again, because you know where it comes from, the background. Understand? Just imagine. Whenever you wake up, you find the reminder, kumbuza, ngalentoke wayidla when you were young, and you as a human, you can have a normal being or just an ordinary person. You cannot have just that meal, papa and sugar, and that reminder keeps on reminding you daily and daily. And understand that will be like your kickstart of every morning to say, I'm a king. I cannot go back. The affirmations, that build you. So I'm saying, if you hate that, Brian, there's nothing that will stop you. And that creates a hunger, you understand, to get whatever that you want. It's a very good method for people who are thinking logically and putting it literally into whatever sphere that they want to meet it or overcome.
And someone can use hate as a positive thing in this sense. Like, let's say, I hate the process of ukuvuka qho ngenza i-podcasting, ne? But if I don't do it, it means I'm not gonna have this kind of a product. So in a way, sometimes doing something that you actually hate also helps you to become greater at things. For instance,
now you understand it.
Yeah, like because a lot of times just siyazithanda and
that's the thing is Pulala.
Yeah, and of course, Joe, ukuzithanda, it's not a bad thing. Make sure you love yourself.
No, at this concept, because I can make Joe examples.
Yeah, try.
Let's go back to someone who's thanda.
Yeah.
If umuntu azithanda to that much yokuthi akakwazi ukubuya ukudescenda, akunamuntu omthandayo. Like akunamuntu ozomtshela ukuthi hey wena Joe unentonga.
Yeah, okay.
Like angithi uyazithanda. So we believe ukuthi dayintonga le uyazi ukuthi yazwisiswa ne. So that engimosha ta, but if you can come back and descend, like ukuzohate kancane ukuthi yazini no man angifili grand ngento eso, or just like ube nabantu nje ngibamba esekheleni uzithande like unabantu nana lokho kuyakukhulisa because you feel ukuthi abantu bafila njani nabo you understand. Sure. So ukuzithanda kakhulu somehow it kills like uthando lwabantu for wena, because uma uzithanda ngendlela abantu bangakuthandi ngakhona bani uzokuthanda. So that's why I'm saying with it, even now you just have to give those people like a space, you understand, ukuthi bayenzeni bakuthande wena wenzeni uzihate, because each and every time whenever you grow there are people ababukela kuwe then benza bakuthanda, you understand. But you can't grow if wena uzithanda kakhulu. It will make sense, Joe. Now I'm talking parables.
I think sometimes, Buddha, if you love yourself too much, it's again, you love yourself too much to a point where you don't want to do certain mistakes as the ones that ugcine sozonda.
No, yeah, like it's the same
So that's
thing.
why
It's just that I use that concept because of like it's the first method for me personal. Someone can say ukuzithanda go grand because of what. Me, I'm bringing hate to people who see things the way I see it. Yeah, hate that like you want to do this thing hard, but you busy when I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yo, this and that. But someone can say with tanda whatever, but this is the concept that I'm bringing to say with tanda cool. I will let till next.
Yeah. Because Joe, I think a lot of times too, it's hate, very. It's what I was watching. I think a podcast guy Trevor where he was like, he doesn't understand why people say I'm looking for pain and for me to grow. But instead of saying I want maybe 10,000 subscribers and then actually doing things as in reach there. And of course, when you're trying to reach there are things that you're gonna have to do that are not comfortable, which is kind of like a pain. Yeah. So I wanna go to like let's say city Cape Town. For instance, that boys love. I don't think that way by scale. I don't think they enjoy the engineer corn, but I don't think they said we wanna have that pain. You would hear the pain you're cramping one year where they but they said if we can move here and go to another place, we are pretty sure we're gonna get sweets from this side. And then they focused on the sweets instead of the pain. So a lot of times if let's say there's someone who says something sharp game something check I want to something with Benzan. Okay, choose one path that you think you can relate to, and it's not a path Sbuda. Create your own path and start going there. For instance, another example, hey, in the Bible, man. So Jesus was not looking for Witbamshai or something, but Jesus was looking for ukuthi asave abantwana bakababakhe ukuthi beze kubabakhe. He didn't go looking for that pain, but the pain made the thing to make sense. So that's what I'm saying with like sometimes don't look for pain, look for
how are people looking for pain?
Yes, sometimes with him. Man, things are going too smooth. There's like let me find something that is bad so that I can like they're actually doing something bad to get something great. Let's say team, my life is going well. Let me look for something as long as stress. Let's say the last time you were writing a book, you struggled with publishers, you struggled with registering to a right agent to sell your book or something. That was your struggle. You didn't look for that. You found it. And then the next book, you have all those, but you're like, I don't want to sell because of like angbangani struggle or something. Because people have that concept of things only happen like zibazihle if there was bad first. That thing with when you see your things going so bad, it means there will be light. Then people look for that thing instead of saying, okay, things are going smooth, let me enjoy that thing. Even at he
young Shah. Like give me an example. Like that you think you have experienced once you've seen or think
I think it happens
person?
mostly. I was trying so hard not to come to relationships. Usbuda uthola ichele mfrostana. Ngithanda. Mfrostana clearly good communicator, takes care of him, uyamcabangela, considerate, ne? But because past relationship yakhe Usbuda had someone who did not who communicated well, ne? Or did something right and something maybe a lot of things right, but maybe he felt like with maybe cheating. Instead of focusing on this actual actual relationship, instead of saying, oh, okay, this is a good thing, this one can communicate right, this one uqala afuna ukuthi lawyer ufuna into big instead of enjoying the relationship, the niceness of the relationship. So and then they end up sometimes losing the whole relationship because of they were looking for things as bad ukuthi igcine make sense relationship yakho. Yeah, but
I don't think they look for. I think this thing like it happens like in all kind like of aspects of life. Like if you went like through something, it's like there's some things that change your perspective, of which they cannot change easily. Someone who has a trauma of being raped, whatever that you're gonna do that is suspicious to that attempt, they're gonna feel the same thing. It's not wrong. They can't just feel with it. Maybe I say so they envision the same thing. There is no. I think that one like is for personal issues. That's why I most of the times meeting. Let's talk about it. Because if now we say be positive, what if it's the same trap? What if they are seeing right? Like that's why I need maybe if you can give me like something where you experienced like and you said good to me now. I was looking for if now I say things are going well, what's that I can do? Because that's where I wanted to be. What's that I can do to why will I want to bring out like to just cause commotion? Like I said, maybe things are going well. Yes, they are going well. I'm not used to these feelings, to this feeling, to this atmosphere, to this, peace.
Okay, sometimes it can be with like Buddha. Have you realized? You said this, yeah, and you also just said it now. What you hate comfortability. So let's say Buddha, you're running your business and it's running smooth at your comfort zone. You saying I don't want to be comfortable. It's kind of a way of saying I'm looking for something tough that would make me achieve something good.
No, I don't want comfortability because of my situation. Ne?
As defining situation like Jan.
Let's say my background, it's a poorly background.
Okay.
As a black person, I've never experienced in my life. So I see good benefits of being comfortable in that like a situation. They are not there. The only things that's there is just the negatives. So what I do to change this situation, I get inspired by the positives. So I hate that thing and do positive things. I get to that position. You think I'll still have the same perspective?